So hi everyone, let's proceed with our third video. So in this video, we are going to study about Java editors and IDE explanations. So to write and execute a Java program, we need to have a code editor or an IDE. IDE is Integrated Development Environment. So let's discuss about it. So these IDEs are not like they are existing from so many years. People used to code. So what they use in their initial days, what editors they have used. You can write Java code using basic editors like Notepad, WordPad, Notepad++. But these editors allows us to write Java source code, that is .java file. Then we need to save it manually. Then we need to compile it. Then we need to run it using command prompt. And how we do that, I can tell you that. But nowadays, no one uses these because we have is IDs that make our task so easy. But let me tell you, ignore these things for now. See, what I was telling you is if you want, like, think that I am working on a notepad, okay? So you have written this Java program, right? Inside this, you notepad, you write your Java code in which you have written your I want each like main method and you have everything in place inside main method and this is basically your .java file. Okay. Now how will you compile it using CMD command prompt? So we have two things. I told you that for compiling we have a Java compiler. Do you remember? Now you will be able to relate that. And that is Java C I told you. So what you have to do, you have to write Java C. Then your like this main method will be in a class. Okay. Let's say it's inside hello class or class name can be anything. And that should be equal to what is the class you are creating will be same as the file name. Okay. So for now, how to compile it using command prompt, go to your command prompt and then go to your project that you can navigate to your project. Then write Java C. For example, what Java file do you have? Hello.java. Okay. What we are saying compiler here, we are saying, hey Java compiler, please compile my hello.java file. This is our class file. What it will do, if you will see, if you will try running any program, you will see that this will generate, whenever you will run this command, it will generate a bytecode file. That is, it will generate hello.class. Every time you will compile your program from Notepad like of things, Notepad++, if you compile using CMD, you can use this Java C hello.java. Just compiling your code, what it will give you bytecode hello.class. Okay. Now, this is just that you have compiled your code. Now, next step is you have to run your Java code. Now, to run Java code, what you have to do, you have to run it with Java. Then you have to just give the class name, not with extension, just Java hello. If you leave, this will run your program, and whatever the system.out.println or whatever things you have written in your this program, that will you can see in the console. You will see the output. Okay, and that will be human readable. That won't be in the language you cannot understand. Okay, so to give you one major thing or takeaway from this, I'll make one diagram to better explain you the things which you have already done in my video also. First of all, we have a .java code here. Okay, this is our Java file. Then in place we have our what we have Java compiler that we say is Java C. Okay, then this got compiled into bytecode that I have shown you the class file it will generate. That is our bytecode. Then this bytecode will run on Java virtual machine. Okay, that is always inside Java runtime environment, and it contains some libraries also. Okay, now and this runs on an operating system. So why I am telling you this? So your project can have multiple Java files. Okay, so how will your JVM know that you should like which file it should start working on? How will your JVM know? So we have one thing, that is main method, public static void main, string arguments that we pass. So JVM will know through this main method I need to start compiling, because out of so many files, how will JVM know where to start executing from? So this main method is will be the first file, starting file, what we should have. That's why we use this complete signature. We'll go through like what does it mean by public, what does it mean by static void, and everything. But for now, you can see for compiling, you are using Java compiler and Java C. And if you write your class name like hello.java with extension, it will compile your program into bytecode, and it will generate a like hello.class file. Then another takeaway is this now you can, this was just compiling your program. Okay, now if you want to run your program, then you have to run a command called Java and then give the class name without any extension. This will run your program and give you the expected output. So for now, we'll go back to our PPT. So simple editors, I told you Notepad, WordPad++, Notepad++. This was used long time back, because now the market is so advanced. They have some integrated development environments, IDEs. And what drawbacks they have, we don't get any suggestions. We don't have any debugging support. Manually, every time we have to compile, and that is very time taking. So we will not be using any simple editor, and no one will prefer this ever. I don't want you to even try this, because that is just a waste of time. They're not preferred for real world development. So let's directly proceed with integrated development environment, IDE. IDE is a software which will provide you most of the things you want, or I'll say 99.999% of things what you want is there in your IDE. And nowadays Copilot is also there. Whatever thing you want, or integrated GitHub Copilot, I am saying, whatever things you want, you can easily access. So first of all, this IDE is first of all this code editor. It This provides us the code editor where we can write our code. It provides us the compiler, which helps us to compile our code. It provides us the debugger. If our code is having some errors, we can debug them easily using the breakpoints and all. I'll teach you in this course. It provides us the build tools, everything at one place, and we need not to manually compile our program. We just have to click and it will run our program and compile both. And why IDEs are preferred for Java? Because IDE makes Java development faster and easier, because they provide auto completion code, because we have some extensions for them. It gives us good syntax highlighting, code looks more prettier. We can use some extensions also, like prettier is one of the extension also in VS Code that basically works on indentation and syntax, providing syntax to our code. It helps us in detecting error while typing. It's help us to easily run and debug. It helps in project management, and there are built-in tools for testing also. That's why we are preferring IDEs in industries projects. Even in college projects and everything, we are preferring IDEs over like long time back editors. So what are the popular IDEs? So there are three popular IDEs: IntelliJ, Eclipse, and VS Code. So IntelliJ is one of the most preferred IDE is in the industry, because it is very smart as it gives the code suggestions. Also, we can do good debugging in this. And there are some shortcuts which makes, like, if you want to in whole code this, like if you have in industry you'll have 50,000 or 1 lakh files, and if you want to search for a particular like version of code or particular some method, then there is very good options of searching also, and there are many good suggestions. Next is Eclipse, that is also free and open source. It is also used in enterprise projects, but honestly speaking, I don't like Eclipse personally, because it's like that I don't feel it much better than IntelliJ. IntelliJ is above all. VS Code, it's lightweight, requires Java extensions, and it's good for beginners. Every extension you can get here. Okay. And now with VS Code, there is one major thing I have observed. If you'll try GitHub Copilot in IntelliJ and in VS Code, it will perform better in VS Code instead of IntelliJ. That is my personal observation. So example flow using IDE. First of all, you will write Java program, then IDE will automatically check the syntax, and then you have to click run, and output will be shown instantly, and you can use debuggers to find the issue. This you can see when we'll use that. Okay, so the last line, interview ready line, is to write and execute Java programs. We can use simple editors like Notepad, Notepad++. But in real world development, we prefer IDEs, and IDE is an integrated environment with editor, compiler, and debugger, making development faster, easier, and more efficient. So this was all about this video, and thanks. Bye.